My name is Eric Ryan. I'm the founder of Method.
I'm Adam Lowry, co-founder of Method and lead Green Chef. The way Method got started initially was it started with a trip that Eric and I took. We're both from Michigan, and we were heading up to northern Michigan in a car, which is about a 4.5-hour drive, just talking. And Eric started telling me about just kind of this weird idea, this kind of nugget, this thought that he had about why was the cleaning industry so much the same and so uninteresting and so uninspiring.
I was working in brand consulting, and so I had two big projects I was on. One, I was working on a new toothpaste, so spending a lot of time within the commodity category. The second was actually a fashion project, so I was spending a lot of time in fashion. And I just started looking at the household cleaning category because you had such a big, massive amount of space dedicated to cleaning. But when you looked at it, all of the players were so closely aligned, so everything kind of felt like it was 50s, it was the same similar brands, colors, fragrances. And so just feeling like there was such a big space, but yet everything was so closely aligned, okay, right there's got to be an opportunity just to go in and be different.
And I started sharing some of what I knew about how bad some of these products could be and how they were generally toxic and ugly. And they didn't really have to be. I mean, my background as a chemical engineer, I knew that you could design something better as long as you had a cool brand that would kind of support that.
And I thought about it in the same way of like Williams-Sonoma. To a lot of people, cooking is a chore. Williams-Sonoma was able to cook, was able to connect the joy of cooking to the chore of cooking and build a business out of it. So we realized that this product had to be more of an accessory. So if you looked at most of the players who were there, their products were quite, ugly. And it wasn't something you wanted to leave out on the counter, it was something you always hid underneath the sink. So the first thing was, okay, let's connect this back to the house. Let's create something beautiful to leave out on the counter, like our daily shower spray, something that looks equally nice with your shampoo bottles in the shower, not something that looks like somebody left out a bottle of cleaner in your shower. And so what we did is we created cleaners which are very high performance, efficacious, but are safe to use out every day. And of course, with that, fragrances that when you spray it, you don't go, wow, someone just cleaned in here, open the windows, but a cleaner that actually makes a home feel a lot more livable and nice. 5% of all new ventures succeed. So there's not many people who will be like, all right, 5%, love those odds, sign me up, let's quit my job, let's go a couple years without a salary, let's take my life savings and bet it down. You'd never walk into a casino and say, 5%, let's do it. And really the approach I took to kind of do that was I wrote out this as a concept. I invited 30 people to shoot holes in it. So I found lawyers, I found people who had been in the cleaning industry before, I found people from advertising. They struggled to find holes in it. And so that gave me the confidence like, okay, maybe this 5% chance is worth it.
We wanted to test a hypothesis that we had, which was we could create, using design, a beautiful product that would market itself on shelves. We did a full year of research before we really launched the brand itself. We knew that a category as large as home cleaning, well, we knew the size of it. It was a $20 billion category if you take all of the categories together. And we knew that there was enough opportunity in a market that big that even a small slice of that pie was a significant business.
I mean, at the end of the day, Method was really bringing in a disruptive branding format. First rule we're going to break is that we were going to go for what I call audience segmentation versus product segmentation. So if you walk the cleaning aisle today, every brand is tied to a specific product category. So if I say Tide, you say laundry detergent. If I say Windex, you say Windows. But yet if you go look at the personal care aisle, the skin care aisle, the air care aisle, it's actually being set up more and more by audience segmentation. I'm going to get you to say, you know what? I really love the philosophy of Aveda. I buy into your philosophy, so I want every Aveda product I can possibly have. That was the goal with Method.
And the qualitative as well as the quantitative research showed us that there was a real opportunity for us to come in and basically create a premium segment within that mass market.
I think the classic example is Maxwell House versus Starbucks. Maxwell House was about an attribute, which was consistency. So when you thought of Maxwell House, you thought of good to the last drop. It's about a consistent cup of coffee. I don't know about you, but the last time I went to Starbucks, I wasn't really worried about, I hope this coffee is consistent all the way through. So the category has moved on where the basic needs have been satisfied, and we feel like cleaning is the same way. You know what? Stains aren't that hard to get out. All detergents get out stains pretty well. We said we need to ladder up to desires, because that's the only way we're going to convince you to subscribe to this philosophy across all of these categories. So in the Starbucks example, instead of being focused on consistency, they're focused on a little everyday moment of luxury. And where you go to reach for that everyday treat, it doesn't have to be in coffee. It can be in the pastries they sell, it can be in the music they sell, it can be in the chocolate. So you have a very elastic brand that can go into all these different spaces, from ice cream to tea, where Maxwell House is stuck. Adam and I are a great team because we bring two really